Hey there, fellow sports gamblers. It's Steel Picks for you with the 5 best MLB prize picks and underdog free picks for today, April 11th. Before we get into our picks for today, let's do a quick recap of what happened for us yesterday. Evan Mobley was not generous with the basketball, dishing out only 1 assist, which was well below the 2.5 assists we needed from him. We picked on Aaron Wiggins, and he came up big for us yesterday with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, which was under the 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and under the 23.5 points and rebounds we predicted for him. Duncan Robinson had 19 points, well above the 13.5 points we predicted. But Victor Wembanyama continued his MVP push with a 40-point outburst against the Mavericks, well above the 31.5 points we had him going under. Today we'll switch to the diamond and see if we can't get the elusive immaculate ticket for everybody. And first up, we have Julio Rodriguez under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And why do we think this? Well, first and foremost, Julio Rodriguez is notoriously a slow starter. As a longtime Mariners fan, I've seen this firsthand. There was a hope that him playing in the World Baseball Classic, playing for his home team, the Dominican Republic, that he'd get up to a little bit of a faster start. But what we're seeing is that basically it's the same old Julio. And in the last 6 games, it bears this out. In 6 of his last 10 games, it bears this out. As we can see, he's been under in 6 of those games. 3 straight against the Texas Rangers. He had a decent night yesterday against the Houston Astros, but the Houston Astros have notoriously been a thorn in his side. The Mariners, for whatever reason, have a difficult time getting over the hump with regards to playing the Astros. Right now, they're in last place in the American League West. But for our purposes, what I am saying is that Julio is still out to his slow start. The weather is not going to be favorable this evening. It's going to be a cold night. I'm looking out my window and I'm seeing clouds. And most likely the roof will be closed at T-Mobile Park. So not looking for the ball to jump out. And Prizepicks likes this as well at -119. The next pick I have for us is Fernando Tatis Jr. over half a run against the Colorado Rockies. Now, Tatis Jr. also played in the World Baseball Classic with the Dominicans. Had a very decent outing, but for our purposes, we're going to look at the regular season and see that he's been over this mark in 7 of his last 10 games. Not necessarily tearing the cover off the ball, but at least getting a hit, which is what we need from him. He's playing the Colorado Rockies, which is not a perennial powerhouse by any stretch of the imagination. And they are on their number 5 starter today, Rick Feltner, who has a 4.75 ERA, not exactly mowing people down. And I think Fernando Tatis is going to be able to hit his groove at home, find the feel, and at least get us a hit against the righty, Mr. Feltner. Our next pick is Ronald Acuna Jr. Low playing the Cleveland Indians, and let's get a little bit more research as to why we think this. So Ronald Acuna Jr. has not drawn a walk in 4 of his last 5 games, and no reason to think that he's going to do that today, especially against Mr. Messick from the Cleveland Indians, who doesn't really walk a whole lot of batters to begin with. And Ronald Acuna Jr. is up there for one reason and one reason alone, and that is to get his home run on. So definitely, again, the number 5 pitcher. Again, the Atlanta Braves are at home. As far as his plate appearances are concerned, he's not really taking a whole lot of pitches, as you can see. Very, very few, less than only over 5 one time, and that was against the Los Angeles Angels. And he's failed to, as I said, exceed over a walk in 4 of his last 5 games. Have no reason to think that he will be up there disciplined, looking at a lot of pitches. He's going to go up there getting his hacks in, swinging for the fences, because that's quite frankly what Ronald Acuna Jr. does. No reason to believe that he will be for a walk today. As a friendly reminder, when you sign up with Novig and use my STEELEWINS code, bet $5, you'll get a $50 bonus. And when you sign up with BETR, using my promo code WINCASH, you'll receive 2 anytime tokens worth up to $100 each. So definitely take advantage of that and make some money. Next up for us, we have Shohei Ohtani under 1.5 total bases against the Texas Rangers. And why do we think this? We look at Shohei over his last 10 games. He has not been able to do so in 6 of those games. He was on a little bit of a heater here against the Washington Nationals, kind of going crazy there with 5 total bases, 6 total bases here. And then for a little bit of a time, his first game in Toronto, he did well. But his last 3 games, as you can see, not very impressive. Only 1 total base, no total bases, and then yesterday, he got 1 base against the Texas Rangers. His extra base hits have been non-existent, only done that in 3 games out of his last 10. As far as his hits are concerned, again, that hot streak in the middle of the week against the Washington Nationals in the first game against Toronto. But Shohei has failed to exceed 1.5 bases in 9 straight games at home. This is a home game, so not thinking that he's going to be over in this game either. And last but not least, we have Pete Alonso lower than a single. And why do we think this? Well, first and foremost, Pete Alonso is trying to live up to that big contract, the big free agent signing coming over from the New York Mets. So he's looking to go over the fences in Camden Yards. He's looking to go off the brick out there, if you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, getting something in his value, to make it worth his time, worth his money. And as you can see, he's had no singles in his last 7 games. Although he's going up against Mr. Webb, who is a decent pitcher with a 3.2 ERA. Not really expecting him to go up there trying to get little loop shots. Definitely looking for him to try to swing for the fences. And that's what Pete Alonso does. The righty-on-righty matchup, not too worried about that either. Hits, as you can see, have mostly been extra base hits when he's gotten them. And that was against Pittsburgh and the Chicago White Sox. So definitely thinking that he's not going to be hitting for singles. He's going to be trying to swing for the fences because, frankly, that's what Pete Alonso does. So let's recap our bets for the day. We have Julio Rodriguez under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. We have Fernando Tatis Jr. scoring a run. We have Ronald Acuna Jr. not taking a walk. We have Shohei Ohtani under 1.5 total bases. And we have Pete Alonso not getting a single, but most likely he'll get a hit. And I'm assuming either a double or a home run, looking to get his power game on. Those are the 5 picks I have for you today. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the Steel Picks for You channel. And good luck, everyone.